So this is a response video to the video that Elliott posted, just posted on Strength Camp. So basically a lot of you guys are, a lot of his subscribers are saying, making comments a little out of context. When I first read the comments and a lot of people were thinking I was being disrespectful to Elliott, I was so shocked that I felt like I was about to explode, because I was in no form or shape disrespecting Elliott under any circumstances. I have nothing but respect, utmost respect for the guy and what he's done, you know, to the community and to the world. That you know, it just came as a shock to me, you know, because it's something that never crossed my mind. And I think the comments that people are making were a little out of context. Let me just explain what that means. Well, you really have to be there the entire situation to understand why people are thinking we're disrespectful because we were doing curls and sort of clowning around in the background, when people had a pre-assumption that if you go to strength camp, you're supposed to lift heavy, be serious, or get out, right? That's what people's assumption was. They were expecting me to go in there and lift some stones, and if I wasn't lifting stones, I was, you know, not taking it seriously. They actually just get out of there, right? And well, first of all, I actually did have that mindset when I went into strength camp. Actually, the day before that, I didn't even sleep, right? I didn't sleep well for 2 days, and I was so nervous because I was afraid that Elliott's gonna make me, you know, do all the strongman stuff, and I was ready to do it, you know. But I was a little nervous because I knew that I wasn't gonna perform my best because I didn't sleep for a while, right? But when after I went in there, I did explain to Elliott how, you know, number one, I hurt my wrist, but that wasn't even the main issue. Like, I could have lifted stones, I could have powerlifted if I wanted to. If Elliott wanted me to, I definitely would lift it as hard as I could, right? And the fact that the reason why I went in there and acted so quote unquote soft is because I think me and Elliott were both comfortable with the fact that going to strength camp isn't just about lifting stones and showing off your strength and be macho. That's one of the things we talked about. We were talking about penises versus vaginas, how too many people were acting like penises, that there's no room for absorption, there's no room for the softness of the vagina, right? We talked about this duality, and if you keep following our conversations, you'll see this point. So basically, and one guy commented how I was wasting Elliott's time, and a lot of people agreed. You know, I think it's the opposite. I would love to hope it's the opposite. I would love to hope that if I went in there with nothing else on my agenda and nothing else on my mind than just to lift heavy stones and just to lift with Elliott and have him show me how to lift stones, not to say that would be a waste of time, of course not, but I would say that if that was the only thing I did, I think that would be a form of waste of time with Elliott, because there's so much more going on there. There's so much more, so much deeper stuff that me and Elliott shared, right? That I think it would be a sort of waste of both of our energy and time if that's all we did. And in fact, I think it's even better that Elliott, you know, Elliott showed that guy, my friend, how to lift the stones, and he really appreciated that, right? And the fact that me and Elliott had a connection deeper and more understanding and broader than just lifting stones is the reason why we're there so free, so expressively, to express ourselves, right? Well, I was doing curls like this not because I wanted to troll Elliott, not because I wanted to, you know, to show him off or something like that. It wasn't like that at all, right? It was just such a creative environment that we're in, that basically we were just, you know, the moment that I met him, I knew that I was so comfortable in there that, you know, I acted like I would with my buddies, but that's not to disrespect them. Yeah, and one guy commented, this Bruce Wayne guy, he said that he was right on. He said that I respected Elliott, I appreciate Elliott's aesthetic mind. I appreciated the fact that he could talk to me and I could talk to him about things other than lifting. And I think Elliott was happy to be in that space where he could talk about ideas, because, like, Elliott's been helping thousands of people lift stones, right? And I think if like I said again, if all I did there was have him teach me how to lift stones, when there's so much he could offer me that I could also, sort of offer back in return in this cycle of deep conversation that we had, which we did record, by the way, if you keep following, you'll see. I think Elliott would be happy to know that strength camp isn't just like a little closed loop box where people go in there, they have to lift heavy or else it's a waste of time, right? I don't think Elliott would want to think that's all there is to strength camp. I think strength camp is a place where you can really express yourself, right? And the fact that now a lot of people express themselves with Elliott along and have conversations like that and play classical music in the background and just really, be in a state of creativity that that I think, I just think that those comments were out of context, and I just want to clarify that, it's just because I didn't lift stones in there didn't mean that I didn't respect the tradition of strength camp, and I think I respected Elliott on a deeper level than just lifting stones, and that's why we didn't care about lifting stones, because we had so much other things going on